Hey, welcome back. This video is not boring, but it is entitled "This is Boring" and how to respond. So when you hear that, "This is boring," this is a pretty robust way to respond. And this video is actually based on a blog post from Stanford University called Tomorrow's Professor, as well as a couple other sources. And it's about the difference between true boredom, which is the result of repeating a task over and over or from reviewing material that's extremely familiar, and academic boredom, which usually results from students having one of the following thoughts. And let's just look at these. I don't want to work this hard. I'm confused. I don't have a purpose for reading. I've never done this before. I don't have any questions that I want answered. I'm tired or hungry. I'm preoccupied with something else. I don't feel like I'm very good at this. I don't see the connections between this activity and future learning or work. Or I have another agenda. And when you look at this list as a teacher, you're probably thinking, yep, that and that and that and that. Those are very common. So all of the mechanisms for engaging student interest that we've just mentioned can help with this issue, such as relating the material to students' lives, providing background on the material that gives it contextual meaning to them, or maybe beginning by reading the work, perhaps even only the first paragraph to get them started and analyzing it together rather than just having them plod in on their own. And for reading assignments specifically, and we're going to get into this a bit, research shows that giving students a description and modeling an example of what good readers do will give them tools to approach reading dynamically rather than, as we say, just plodding forward and reading word by word. So here are a few examples of what good readers do. And this, even to me as a teacher of many years, this was a little bit eye-opening and I really liked it. Good readers have clear goals in mind for their reading before they begin. Excuse me. Good readers typically look over the text before they read. Good readers read selectively, deciding what to read carefully, what to read quickly, what not to read, what to reread, and what to annotate. Good readers monitor their understanding of the text, making adjustments in their reading as necessary. This one I like. Good readers read different kinds of text differently. For example, literature, a physics textbook, a nonfiction article, or a persuasive essay require different types of reading. Those are together would be an excellent exercise for students in class to give them a sample of all of those and show how we read them differently. So each of these good reader techniques can become exercises that you can do regularly, or you can do one time and test it out. And really, these may be some of the most essential and academically useful exercises that students can do as young learners. So let's do a quick review. Which aspects of your class's material or class routine do your students sometimes find boring? How do you know? What's your default response when they say something is boring? Would you classify their boredom as true boredom or academic boredom, and why? And what can you do to alleviate their true boredom if the class actually is too repetitive or too easy for them? 5, how can you help them break through this academic boredom? Brainstorm some ideas, help them reframe it, help them reconnect, use their own agency, and reconnect with the course content and activities. Try a few new ideas. You might even, and I think it might be a good idea, it's kind of touchy territory, but describe the different types of boredom so they might realize, oh, I'm not actually bored, I'm just distracted or this or that. Ask students for feedback and be open, and then discuss what you've learned with your online support group so that you share the wealth. Here are the sources that we used for this video, and that brings us to the end of this quick video. Thanks so much for joining us.